Hello Dyson, welcome to our art lesson for today. Before we even start, you are going to need a piece of paper, a piece of plain paper and a sharp pencil. So pause me now and go and get those things. Well done, I've got mine right here ready to go. Before we start, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, last lesson we drew a plant, didn't we? Today our learning objective is, my turn, can I observe closely? Your turn. Now, can anyone remember what the word observe means? We're going to be doing an observation. Do you remember? Observing means looking closely, looking carefully. Okay, so do you remember in science I got my observation spectacles on? Yes, but the observation spectacles were just to help you look closely. Okay, so I would like you to have a look at this leaf. It's a picture of a close-up of a leaf. I've really looked and zoomed in so I can see the detail of the leaf. Okay, what colours can you see in this picture? I can see a lot of green, but there's not just one shade of green. There's dark green, isn't there, up here? And then I see lighter green in here, and then almost white, it's so light green on these crack looking things. I see yellow here, I see brown, I see even darker sort of grey black colour here, but not a lot of that. Okay, that's a lot of colours, isn't it? Now, what patterns do you see? Do you see any patterns on this leaf? Good, I see these patterns. It's almost like rows of little squares, isn't it? All over the leaf. Do you think, what do you think the texture of this leaf is? Do you think it's smooth or do you think it's bumpy? What do you think? Well, I see a little bit of both. I kind of see bumpy bits and smooth bits. So there's lots of different bits in one small picture of a tiny part of a leaf. Okay, let's have a look at the next leaf and see what we see. What colours do you see here? I see green, but I see lots of different types of green. There's dark green here. There's kind of medium green here. There's bright green. And then the lines, there's even really, really, really light green, almost white. It's quite beautiful, really. Now, do you see any textures or patterns on this leaf? I see the stripy kind of pattern that goes along the leaves like that. This part is quite smooth, isn't it? And this part's quite stripy. And there are very thin white stripes, aren't there? And there are kind of thicker white stripes, but even those are really, really small. Okay, wow. Look at this leaf. What colours do you see here? Get your observation spectacles on if you need to, because we are observing, looking closely. I see lots of different types of green again in this picture. Light green, dark green, kind of medium bright green, and the texture of this is very bumpy, isn't it? It's very different to the last leaves. I think the texture and pattern, the pattern is the squares, isn't it? And then the texture is quite bumpy. Okay, one more leaf. Let's look closely at this leaf. It's a beautiful leaf, actually. Look, it's very autumnal, isn't it? What colours do you see in this leaf? I see green down here, but I also see yellows and oranges and reds and browns. Do you see how the colour changes even within the tiniest little square? The colour changes, doesn't it? It's very beautiful. What patterns do you see? I see the crisscrossy type pattern here, and this beautiful sort of stem type pattern with the lines going off in all the directions. Okay. Today, your task is to go outside and choose a leaf. Okay, you are then, before you pick up a pencil, you're then going to observe it closely. That means look closely, just like we've been doing on all of these other leaves here. If you really can't find a leaf, then you're more than welcome to draw this leaf here, okay? And what I would like you to do, observe closely, have a look at what colours there are, what patterns there are, and what textures there are. And I would like you to try and draw a small part of your leaf. But this is quite a tricky challenge because I would like you to try and fill the whole page. Let me show you what I mean. I have started to observe that leaf that I just showed you. And if you can see just here, I have drawn, can you see? I've started to draw the lines that I saw in that picture. And if I get a bit closer, the patterns that I saw. And even there, can you see? I started to draw the tiniest patterns that are in each section. So this drawing might take you a while, but that's what the aim is. The aim is for you to be looking really carefully and closely and seeing if you can add as much detail to that picture as possible, okay? Then, once you've drawn it, I would like you to choose the colours that you have on your leaf, light green, dark green, yellow, any colours that are there on your leaf, and I would like you to carefully colour in your observation, okay? Now, it might take you a little while, okay? So here's this leaf if you want to draw it. But really look closely at the colours that you can see and the patterns that you can see, okay? That's the aim of today's lesson. I am really looking forward to seeing all of your beautiful finished drawings on tapestry. Make sure you look closely, okay? That's the aim of the lesson. Really look closely, but make your drawing the size of a whole piece of paper. Okay, good luck. See you soon. Bye.